In this video, we're going to be talking about the second stage of a buying decision, which is the consideration stage. Assuming you've identified what are your trust and confidence factors in your business, assuming you've identified your capital raising brand highlights, now we move into the consideration phase. And some of the things I want you to think about is how it is that you can actually generate that sort of that not just the interest, but build momentum. So effectively, once you're past awareness, the next stage is moving into the momentum aspect where you want to get momentum in your capital raise and have lots of investors having discussions with you. Because there's something, that underlying psychology of capital raising that no one wants to be the first one in and also no one wants to miss out becomes at play for you. So one of the things we like to educate with companies is when they're thinking about the consideration phase is, you actually need to do some work. You actually have to put in some extra effort at this stage to basically create that momentum in your opportunity. And one of the things that we've sort of communicated is that frequency, repetition, and multiple touch points for potential investors really does help in this process. So there was an old saying in marketing that a consumer needs to see your brand at least 6 to 7 times before they can start to feel familiar with it. Now, obviously with social media, that has increased a lot, but this is absolutely still relevant to capital raising. Because if an investor has been seeing your brand for years, or they've started to get a feel for your company over a 12-month period, or whatever it may be, and then all of a sudden they've got an opportunity to participate in an opportunity, that can be a trigger for them to say, okay, I want to participate. Because subconsciously people are interested in businesses, but what they're looking for is they're looking for that opportunity to participate. So one of the principles for us is we tell people not to rush the awareness stage, because that's basically how you sort of gather people sort of around the company. This stage is the momentum stage. Now in the momentum stage, there's a few things that you can actually do. Promotion of your business is one way, whether it be for promotion of products, whether it be for promotion of your participation in conferences, whether it be whatever it is, right? They are different ways in which you can promote your business. Being a part of demo days, pitch days, this is all really still connected to this momentum area. So promotion is one thing that you should be doing. The next one is announcements. So what happens is typically, as we found, is we get stuck on the idea of promoting our business to generate interest. Then what we forget about is providing investors with updates on how we are progressing. Now, in those updates, what we want to demonstrate is traction. We either want to demonstrate product market fit, or we want to demonstrate traction with our opportunity, because effectively it's helping the investors understand what the responsiveness to our opportunity is. Right? And for every sector, there's different metrics. For life science, they have different stages. They have different inflection points that are really important to investors that like to invest into life sciences. Every sector has that, right? So announcements are a key way of doing that. Sending out significant news about your company. Doing presentations is important. Because once you start to gather momentum, you need to continue that momentum, and you need, whether it be boardroom presentations, Zoom presentations, participating in other people's conferences, creating your own webinars, whatever it may be, this part is all about generating momentum. And then the final part is doing one-to-one meetings. There is absolutely no way from getting around, picking out the phone, or having virtual meetings, or having face-to-face meetings, right? At some point there needs to be a discussion, right? And there's no way that you can expect that investor sees your opportunity and goes straight from awareness to decision. It doesn't really happen like that. You need to build that momentum into your actual capital raising, right? And you watch how they do it with IPOs. You watch how investment bankers do it when they've got different book builds that they're looking to do, right? This all can happen quickly, but I said you've got to spend that time in the awareness part, which is that stage 1. But this is when you're in that stage 2, focus on promoting your business in places which are relevant for you that will help to track your audience. I don't care whether it's social media, don't care where it is, but promotion is a way of actually doing that. Platforms, etc. Announcements are a key way. So build up your own investor registration list and then communicate with them frequently, right? I had someone telling me yesterday that they've found the ideal cadence for investor communications is every 6 weeks. I've been trying to do at least every sort of 2 months communications. I even do videos for shareholders as well, I find that a much more simplified way for me. But that's also really important because I said keeping them up to date is powerful. But if you get into that cadence of providing updates, Yes, it takes time, but you got to understand the reward is what you get on the back end for having the right investors that can actually add value to your business. Doing presentations, and then also one-to-one investor meetings. So they're the 4 things that you can be doing. And the key areas that you're focusing on in this momentum and in this consideration stage is really repetition, right? As far as multiple times actually someone seeing your company, frequency and a consistent cadence over time as far as how you're communicating, and then trying to think of the multiple touch points that someone can actually communicate, that a potential investor can engage with your business. So that's the consideration stage. Also, I do consideration/momentum stage of the actual capital raising process. In our next one, we're going to be talking about the decision-making stage. So, the video previously talked about the awareness part. This was all about the sort of generation of momentum, and also in that consideration stage, which is the second stage. Next, we'll be talking about the third stage of the capital raising, which is the decision-making stage.